Movies with themes that look into pandemics, viruses, and the world ending have rapidly increased in popularity due to the current state of the world. This is understandable, seeing that we're living in a world that is highly relevant to the subject matter within those films. Movies like Outbreak, Dawn of the Dead, and Contagion have been getting more eyes on them than the studios would have ever believed possible. Years, and in some cases, decades after the film's original debut, these movies are racking up numbers. While I understand the importance of these films, even if some of them are a bit lackluster, I find that the most relevant movie regarding this world catastrophe was actually released very recently. The Platform was technically released in September of 2019, but has grown in popularity due to the recent events. I could ramble on about how this is a dark, dystopian horror movie and explain the metaphor to you, but instead I'll look at why this movie is so relevant at this very moment. Without spoiling, I'll spill out the plot a bit, so if you haven't seen the film, you can at least understand the general concept of it. In the future, prisoners housed in vertical cells watch as inmates in the upper cells are fed while those below starve. There's presumably about 200 levels to the pit, but that may be an illusion as well. The Platform starts on level 1, where those lucky enough to be placed there can eat to their heart's desire. The Platform then lowers levels upon levels until there is no food left to eat, and inmates must resort to cannibalism, fights to the death, and unfortunately, for many, gruesome suicide. The thing about the Platform, however, that somehow justifies the administration's feeding tactics is that there are enough rations for every level in the pit. If every person ate their ration, everybody could be fed. Instead, by around levels 80 and lower, there is practically no food. After 120, there's absolutely none. While watching this movie, I realized there's nothing more relevant than it in cinema right now. Virus movies may portray what we're all living through right now, but the Platform showcases a different side to this pandemic, the human side. Human evil is one of the most frightening parts of our world. Not ghosts, not sharks, not snakes, us. In the film, instead of rationing so everybody in the pit could survive, the ones on top treat the ones below like literal trash. They spit on the food, walk on it, and do other unspeakable things to it. The Platform is a mirror for us right now. We may not be struggling with food, and the problem we are facing may not be as literal as the one in the movie, but we are indeed facing a similar issue. Instead of people around the world buying 2 little hand sanitizers, or buying a few rolls of toilet paper, or a few cans of Lysol wipes, people are buying these products in bulk. Some do it so they can be ready for the long haul. Some do it so they can sell the products at a higher rate and profit off the pandemic. Either way, these people are selfish and can consider themselves responsible for millions of people around the world with no hand sanitizer, toilet paper, or Lysol wipes. Buying in bulk takes these products away from the people who really need them, just as people do in the Platform. The characters in this movie eat to satisfy their needs, and don't bat an eye at the people dying and suffering below them. The same is happening in the real world. People are taking more than necessary and harming other people, causing people to suffer around the globe. The Platform is a cautionary tale, and one I hope people will see and relate to. In order to keep everyone safe, we must ration and put our selfishness aside. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for the overwhelming support recently. Please stay safe, everybody. I hope to keep providing you with content like this during the dark times we're living in. I'll be back soon. Thanks again. Peace.